Hello and welcome to the Daily Dominion for December 14th, 2024. We are doing full random at this point, I think, because it's Saturday. We've got Cursed Mystic and Reckless Tanuki. Let's see. The draw is Stables and I guess Royal Blacksmith, with the only trashing being the Cursed Tanuki. I think that even more than normal would suggest that it is really just Stables. Not a lot of appealing stuff to get under the 5 cost price point. We could consider getting a potion for Apothecary that does have some synergy with Stables. On the other hand, it's not exactly going to help us hit 5. Engineer doesn't look very appealing. I mean, we could just open, like, double silver, honestly. Like, maybe we could still consider getting a potion later, but I'd like to get, like, Stables Tanuki or something like that. Yeah, let's just go double silver, honestly. I don't think we really want a merchant camp right now. Okay, we've got 3 again. That's great. Can't even get that potion. We could get a ducat. Or we could get another silver. Gonna say ducat, I guess. What? Why? All right. Tanuki first, I think. All right, we only see one estate here. We are by no means guaranteed to see another next turn either. Well, we had a silver, then I would just go trash estate, trash silver, but we don't. So that's awkward. I think we don't play the Tanuki. Do we want to pick up that potion? It's all right. I guess so. All right. So estate. I guess we're gonna get a secret passage. Silver. Kind of think we just want another Tanuki. As opposed to Trickster or Stables. I don't think we want to buy anything here. All right. Trash. Both of our other estates. I think we're just going to take 2 more secret passages. It's really uninspiring, but it does have some synergy with Apothecary. We can get another 5 here. Man. And then what do we have down there? We have a secret passage, we have our potion, we have some coppers. So we're gonna hit 5 again. Or we can get the apothecary, bottom deck the potion to try to line that up with the ducat, I suppose. Getting Tanuki again here doesn't seem as appealing. Trickster, like we are going to want to play with it. Or we could just get stables. Well, and we're gonna get it if we get another 5 next turn. I mean, I guess there's a world where we don't, where we see like 4 copper potion, we get apothecary. So we still do need to like take whichever one we want the most, but we can get one of each if that doesn't happen. I think I'm gonna say stables, but I go either way on that. Oh wow, they have a lot of ducats. Let's get the trickster. Guess we're just gonna bottom deck a copper. Bottom deck a potion. I was thinking I'll find one of my 5s here, but I guess not. It should probably just be another stables. At some point we are going to take the Cursed Mystic probably for loot, but not just yet, I think. Alright, so we've got another copper down here. So let's go Secret Passage. This there, whatever. That. We're gonna buy Apothecary and set aside the ducat, I think. Not clear to me which order we should do this in. I think we do stables first. We could just stop here, but I don't think there's much reason to. On the Apothecary. So we're basically going to draw a deck here. Not basically, we are going to draw a deck. Okay, so take another Apothecary. How do we feel about getting the Mystic now? Like, we did have to get a little bit fortunate to draw our deck. But we are adding an Apothecary. I think adding that extra payload will be pretty nice. I think I'm going to go ahead and do it. Figurehead? Well, that's all right. I guess we want to play the secret passages first. Hopper on the bottom. Hopper on the bottom. Mystic for secret passage. There's nothing we want to like top deck for the purposes of our next turn, so we just draw that all up. All right. We only have 2 buys because we got the figurehead. That was going to be the problem for sure. I think we might need to take another Mystic. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh my god. No. Alright, do we just go double Mystic? We do. What? Fuck this! What? Why? It's absurd. Come on. I think order here doesn't really matter. All right. Just put curse on top. Upper here. Ugh. 2 buys again. Ridiculous. Do we keep buying Mystics? I mean, they're better cards in the deck. Like, or the loots are better cards in the deck than ducats, but like, God. I mean, how long can we go without successfully getting frickin' plus buy? Not Spell Scroll, of course. Why wouldn't it be? But we will top deck that. Why wouldn't it be a Spell Scroll? Unbelievable. Puzzle Box. Incredible. All right. I guess we set aside the insignia, even though it's because we do have this spell scroll that we can turn into another stables. Although we could also consider turning it into a Tanuki and just grabbing a couple ducats. Alright, Mystic for Mystic. This isn't really when I want to be playing stables, if that's what I'm going to spell scroll for. And we could also spell scroll for another Mystic, I guess. I don't think that should be correct. 3 buys is terrible. Might be enough. Alright. Mystic for Apothecary. There's a lot of like deck inspections energy here, there really is. Alright, let's go ahead. Actually, you know what? I said I might want to just trash these curses. Let's play the Apothecary first. Okay. Well, yeah. I think we gotta go. We gotta go for stables. Curse on the bottom. I'd rather try to draw through here or just guarantee. I think I'd rather just. Oh, we still only have 2 buys though. So ridiculous. We have a stables. We have 3 coppers. We have maybe more mystics. Probably not. No more secret passages. That's a curse. 3 coppers. There's still 5 cards. One of them is a ducat. Eh, whatever. Just. I guess the trickster's in there. I mean, we should probably just double province here. Actually, we're definitely playing the figurehead, but we can puzzle box the insignia. If we're just gonna double province anyway. You know, we've got our ducat down here, so we'll have at least 2 buys this turn as well. Well, that's pretty uninspiring. Most likely card is copper. But do we care about having a copper? Not really. Uh, 6 coppers, 3 secret passages, 2 stables, 3 or 4 mystics. Maybe we have 5 mystics total. Does that make sense? We should be able to count that. Insignia, spell scroll, puzzle box, doubloons, figurehead. Yeah, we have 5 mystics. So 4 mystics. Probably. Oh, and the curses. We have 5 curses, so we have 3. Probably wish for Mystic then. Oh, okay. All right. We're gonna top deck an Apothecary. And then do we buy a province? Do we buy stables? Buy a Tanuki. Try to get rid of some of the curses. I do kind of want the Tanuki, but it's awkward because like either we top deck it and then it's like there, or we don't top deck it and then like we have to trigger the shuffle to see it. But I think it's really worth it. All right, we could set aside the ducat. I think I'd rather set aside the insignia. Okay, so we've got secret passage. I was going to put curse on the bottom. And then we're going to wish for gold. Damn it. Probably we should just name copper. Very well. I think we may well have run away with this game if our loot pulls weren't so bad. Like we've had so much wasted money because of that. Just outrageous. I guess it doesn't matter whether we make the Mystic draw or the... Although we know this last card is a curse for what that's worth. No, we should make the Apothecary draw and then use that to make the Mystic draw. Ooh. Okay, so Mystic for Mystic. Mystic for Curse. Secret Passage. We can put it under the Tanuki? Huh. That's cute. Ah! Alright, are we just taking estates here? Probably. Wait a minute. Can we just win the game? We get 3 Mystics. 4... 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, but we don't have the buys, because of course we don't. Why would we? Ugh. We can go double province. That should make it pretty difficult to come back. I do have a lot more buys, but yeah, okay. Well, that could have gone a lot better, but I guess we still got there in the end. And, you know, because they just didn't have any deck control. Like, we didn't have, our deck was not controlled, but we had deck control. They had 1 stables and 2 secret passages, and that was it. They also only had 1 loot by the end. Well, they gained 2 mystics, and then they turned one of them into province. That's right. I probably shouldn't have even bothered with the Tanuki at the end there. That didn't really do much, but I guess I wasn't expecting the game to end quite as quickly as it did, because I wasn't expecting the AI to get quite as many provinces in a short burst as it did. And I guess that was because it had gained a Tanuki at some point and then used that to gain a province. Because it wasn't well set up to buy a bunch of provinces. But Tanuki, you know, that does work. Although, I guess in theory, Tanuki gave me reach on that. Actually, I don't even know. Maybe I had a win on provinces here, like with Tanuki trashing doubloons and puzzle box, and then I could have bought one. Yeah, I probably could have, right? Let's see. I just sort of totally blanked on that. Oh yeah, yeah, we totally got a win here. Oops. Well, that was silly. All right. Anyway, I don't know. My brain was not in gear there, but either way, the point is that like we had a huge advantage in deck control that was then to some substantial extent offset by our inability to get any plus buy from the frickin' loot. I mean, of course, we could have taken more ducats, right? But we took 5 loots and got 1 plus buy. The odds of that, like 2/3 of the loots give plus buy. The odds of that are so low. Like that was ridiculous. So like, with the figurehead, it was like, all right, you know, we did draw our deck, but we're not going to consistently do that. Figurehead's pretty good, and then pull the insignia. It's like, oh come on, like really? And then pulling the doubloons, like that's just absurd. That's some Looney Tunes stuff. I don't know, like absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, I guess we, you know, thankfully Ducat was on the board. Otherwise, it really would have been losing my mind. But anyway, yeah, I don't know what it was that they were doing all game, not putting deck control into their deck exactly. I know that they they did this, which is just weird. Especially if you're not going to get any apothecaries. Like, why do you not want to trash a copper? Makes no sense. And they get the Tanuki, so like, okay, you know, that looks good. Then they get Trickster. You do want Trickster on this board. And I was debating that as my second 5, so like that's fine. I think I prefer getting a stables first, but it's fine. Then they trash a state to Ducat, and they do trash a copper. Okay. Copper to Ducat, trash a copper. That's okay. They buy another Ducat. Buy a Tanuki again. So it's like somewhere in here, it's like, you probably should have taken a stables. And then they go to buying a Mystic. It's like, well, you don't have any draw yet. trash silver into Tanuki, which I do understand because you want to still have the Tanuki. More ducats, like they have trashed some coppers with this, but and it's like, when are you gonna get draw? And I guess the answer was never. So yeah, how many coppers did they end with? None. They trashed all of their coppers. Wow. That's not worth it. It's not worth it. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you necessarily need to play this board with Apothecary, but I do actually think, like, you're gonna want to Tanuki your estates. Best card to game with them is Secret Passage. You don't really care about plus actions. Getting silvers is whatever. I mean, you could potentially get a ducat or two off of them, but generally, Secret Passage is going to be the best card. Secret Passage and Stables both have synergy with Apothecary. Mystic has synergy with Apothecary. Mystic has synergy with Secret Passage. Like, I think you could play this without Apothecary, but I think you probably do want Apothecary. And so trashing coppers, like, it's not that you actively don't want to trash coppers, but it's not what you should be prioritizing, I don't think. It's just not, it's not a high value proposition. It's like, yeah, if you're going to buy a ducat anyway, like, sure, go ahead, trash a copper, but you don't need a million ducats. And that's the other thing. It's like, they had 8 ducats? So they had... I mean, ducat is a better card than copper, don't get me wrong, but you don't want 8 ducats in your deck. Like, that's not good. That's actually insane that they had 8 of them. I mean, I probably should have gotten like 1 more ducat at some point to like make up for my lack of plus buy. It was just like, when it felt like, when's the right opportunity to do that? It's like, I have 9 coins left over. Do I buy a ducat or do I buy a mystic and roll again for the loot? Well, the mystic sure seems better. Oh, look, I got another not plus buy. Hooray. But yeah, so maybe there was a good opportunity to get 1 more ducat, but 8 ducats that's just silly. That is just silly. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.